I decided to get that, back inside me. Sorry, thing does that sometimes. I don't know why, but like, I really do like his songs. I've been a moonwalker since I was 5 and everything, and I started to like dance a lot more than I did before, especially when I was in a religious church and everything. I started to like groove. I started to like get all this dances that everybody thinks that is really crazy that somebody can get it that time or whatever. But everybody's got their own gifts, and God gave him like so many gifts of dancing. So that's when I started getting it that, well, started getting it and everything. And the craziest thing about it is like, you know, when you when you hear a song, you have to feel the way you move. You can't think, cuz if you think about it, it's a big mistake to make and everything. I don't know why I'm saying the quote of what Michael said, but I know he said that because people told me about that. But other people like told me like he wasn't in good shape or anything. I was like, I he was still in good shape, but it's just like when he had that that physician who kept giving him 21 shots of this dangerous drug and then propofol. It was not good. And propofol is another thing of milk, but it's like a thing you're supposed to have like when you're in the hospital, and you're not supposed to do it at a hotel, but Cod Murray did that, and I was like, he is so dumb. Especially, he killed him by just a lot of stuff, and that's when he couldn't breathe, and then he was in a coma and everything, and then, like, it says it on my book. Like, hold on. Oh, jeez. Because I made a book about his life. I know the true things about him and everything. And some people keep saying stupid things about him which aren't true. Because, okay, I'll read one of them that I said about it. Hold up, I gotta find it. Because it says it right here. It says, okay, it was on a June. On June 25th, 2009, the singer Michael Jackson died of a cut of propofol and benzaldehyde. I don't know how to pronounce that. In action at his home on North Clairwood Drive in the Homo Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles. His personal physician, Con Murray, said he found Jackson in his room, attempted CPR on Jackson to no avails. After security called 911 at 12 p.m. At 12:12 p.m. located time, Jackson was treated by paramedicals at the scene and pronounced dead at the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center. But I know what happened. Like, he gave him like 21 shots of it. Cause like I saw it on. There's a thing you can see it, like the truth, because like when I watched this other one, it was dumb, and it was like telling you that Michael was crazy and everything else, and he had a temper and everything else, but no, he didn't. They put things to make people believe that, and it's dumb. So, when finally I watched the real documentary of it, and everybody talked about how he was a natural, he had talent, God-given talent, and he would always say our God-given gifts or our God-given talents. Especially like he said it in front of everybody. And some people think he did not love who he was or anything. Some people thought he was upset of who he was, but I don't believe that at all. I really miss a mess. But I know one thing. He loved to help. He talked about God in so many songs of Heal the World, We Are the World. That was a good one. And Speechless. Those three songs he talked about in him. So that was amazing. And Man in the Mirror tells you about like you should change instead of just trying to hurt others. Like, it's like kind of like when you lost somebody, but now you just let them go or something. That's how it is. Because I know how that is when you lose somebody. Because I lost somebody, but God has her now, not me. So I can't worry about it. But there's a lot of things. Like so many things he did. Like I never really got to see him, but I did get to see him on TV. That was it. When I was little, that was it. And I loved all his songs that he did. Every single one of them. When I watched Thriller, I don't know how many times I did. I think like 40 times, 40 or 60, whatever how much. I watched that, and it was just cool how he did that. Like, he was so creative, and he knew how to make it all just seem worthwhile. Like, going like this. That, I call that a zombie dance or something, especially that one. Because he was creative, he knew what he was doing, and I'm sure he loved children, he loved what God gave him. Because God gave him that gift to help others and to give people entertainment, especially love and everything. All those songs he did, they were so amazing. Like, I have like almost all his songs, but I don't have his book yet. But I made a book about him that is on here. It's called The Whole Life About Michael Jackson That Is All True. And this is what it is. But I have been on my YouTube dancing all the time, not giving up and not throwing in the towel of who I am. Because if you do that, there is no way you can help others. Plus, what I know is that he, he cares. He cared about so many people. He cared about his family, his sister, his brothers, his children. He cared about them. He really did. He cared about them. I don't believe that he hurt a child. So many people have been telling me, "Oh, did you hear? He hurt a child and everything else." Like, if it's not true, then why would you even say stupid things about that? Like, people started getting upset of how he looked like, all just because of that incident that happened in 1948. I think that's right. I hope I'm right. I think it's 1948. But he also did the Jackson Show, and that is amazing too. Yep, I said it. 1984, when he did those Pepsi commercials. He did those Pepsi commercials for a long time until that happened. Until that incident happened. He did not like what happened to that, so he had to have surgery, everything. So that was crazy. And he had a lot of things to do. Like, he was good at dancing all the time. I also like the song Destiny. The song Destiny from the Jackson 5 is an amazing one too. And especially the first, I think it was the first song he did in the Jackson 5 when he was little. You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. That's the song that he did. But I have like the Jackson 5 songs, and I have the Michael Jackson songs he did. He did a lot. There's no lie about that. He did like so many because he wanted to show it. My favorite movie of the I think my favorite movie is The Wiz. But I haven't seen Moonwalker yet, but I heard it's really good. Like, I saw like a song of it or something. I can't remember. But there was so many ones he did. Some people think they're crazy or anything. Now, I got a lot of fans on my what's it called? Instagram. And I got a lot of people that talk to me about it and say, "Well, do you think it was his fault and everything?" Like, so many people think he did it on purpose, but no, he didn't. Like, I have been liking his songs. I've been dancing to them for a long time now. Especially when I was in high school. My teacher, the first song I don't think I've ever got to hear until now is called "You Rock My World." It was like, "My life never be the same. Girl, you go and change the way I do, the way I walk. I cannot explain things I do to you. Girl, you know it's true." It's that song. It's like, okay, one of my teachers, well, I think both of them, or almost all my teachers, like his songs. And when he played that song, it was so amazing. And I started wanting to dance when I saw him dancing. So then it happened. And then after that, you know, people told me, why do you want to dance to his songs and everything? Because his songs were amazing. He did so many of them. Because he in a way inspired so many children when they just did not know. Like, he inspired so many out there. He inspired like almost all the world. I like almost all his songs. That's why I said I'm going to do something. I'm going to honor what he did for us and everything. Because God wanted him to, in a way, entertain so many people, and he did. And God gave him all those songs. Some people would be like saying, why did he do all these songs? He did all these songs because he loved and he cared. That's why on the 25th, I said I was going to wear the color to honor him. One of the colors. And like maybe wear makeup. Because he in a way wore makeup and everything. I saw almost all his commercials that he did when he was by himself and everything. But they were amazing. And then I like one of them of the commercials, like the little kid's like in his I forgot what it is, the closet thing or whatever, and then he like opens the door and he's like, Mr. Jackson? And then you see him like dancing, and then he's just like doing the moonwalk, everything else. And then he's like, hey, you looking for me? And then he starts smiling. And it was so cute. It was just so amazing. And the kid was like kind of wearing the clothes. And the other one that made me happy was the Pepsi one. Like this little kid was like dancing like him, and he had the Beat It jacket, and he had his shoes, his glove, everything. And he's like drinking the Pepsi, and he bumps into Michael, and Michael smiles, and then he's like, You're the Pepsi generation. You call it diamond. There's a happy way. Feel the Pepsi way. That was the song. It was kind of mixed into Billie Jean a little bit, just a little, but not that bad. Especially not Beat It. The Bad's 'Cause I'm Bad. That was kind of mixed in too, of the Pepsi a little bit. Not that bad. But I'm telling you, he had so much creativity, and his kids liked it. His kids wanted to be like him. Some are, in a way, being like him. Paris Jackson, Prince Jackson, Biggie Jackson. I almost thought he changed his name, but I don't know if he changed his name. I think it's Biggie Well, no, he changed it. It was Blanky. It was Blanky, I think. Blanky. But now he changed it to Biggie. Biggie, maybe? Biggie Jackson? Something. I think I'm right. I don't know. I'd have to check that up. Yeah. But, he just did so many songs, and I like them all. Especially one of them, I got to watch this other one. when he was wearing like this pretty white clothing, and he had boots, and he was the captain of the ship, and I forgot what was it called. But I watched it once, and I really want to watch it again. Because he was trying to help this woman who was mean and nasty, and so were her crew and everything else. Because I remember that. But not just that, I think he had white boots, he had a lot of stuff. He had these cute little, furry friends who helped him along the way. It was a Disney show, I think. So, but he was extremely talented. I even like the Jackson show was amazing, cuz he would always, like, it was just so funny. Like, you could look it up on YouTube right now and you can watch all the things he did. Like, one of them was so crazy. He was talking to a doctor, and this doctor wasn't even paying attention to him. Because, like, like this fly was kept buzzing. It's like nobody pays attention to me. Why does everyone not paying attention to me? And then she's like, uh-huh. And then after that, like, he's like, I don't know how much I can keep this up. And then the fly, like, lands on him, and then she's like, got it. I'm like, oh my god, that's bad. Especially when he was, like, being a spy or something. That was a good one, too. He was with I forgot her name. It was a girl. Like, I remember, like, he would be in the trash can, and he had his hat on and everything else. I forgot what he said. It was so funny. And I remember one of them, he was like, one smart cookie. That was funny. And I think he got out of the trash after that one, but I don't remember. There was so many ones he did, especially the one, like, the boys were, like, arguing with the cereal I remember, like, I think Marlon was in it. I don't know. Maybe that was Marlon. Marlon and maybe Randy, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. And then he's like, it's a new, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. It's a new cereal Mom bought. It's supposed to be good for you. You want to try it? I'm not going to try it. You try it. I'm not going to try it. No. Hey, let's get Mikey. Yeah, he'll eat anything. Here, Mikey. And then he's just like going like, this. And then he's got two spoons, and one of his, like, he's like this, and he's like and then he's gone after that. Like, I think he might have made his brother sick or something. And then he's like, I guess Mikey didn't like it. I was like, oh man, because he just did that funny face, like when he ate it, he was like this, and then it's like that was crazy. Just I'm sorry, now I'm making everybody laugh. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to, but once you get this, that's how you get it. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'll stop now. But it's true. He just won't stop. It was just crazy. Like, he just, like, did that funny, thing. Like, he looked at his nose and just did that. He just did that. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know how silly I am. I'm too silly for that. I'm just too silly for that. Like, really too silly. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop now. But I'm going to do this for a long time because, like, that is how I am and that's how I've always been. Especially, he's kind of inspired me to do what I've been wanting to do for a long time. Since I'm good at singing, dancing, a lot of things, I'm going to very soon become a Christian rock singer and be the one to dance, maybe. I might dance, I don't know. Because it's got to be a rhythm you can dance to or something like that. Especially a lot of stuff with that too. So there's a lot you got to do in order to get that. Because I remember God talked to me in a dream once. And he said, when you're 17, soon you'll become a Christian rock singer or something. I was like, oh my God. Because, you know, that takes a lot that you gotta do. Because ever since I was growing up, I listened to a lot of Christian songs. Lacey Sturm, Flyleaf, a lot of stuff. Like, just the whole shebang. Just the whole shebang. And I know I never got to see Michael, but hopefully I'll see him one day when we go in heaven and everything. Because everybody wants to see the famous people. Like Elvis Presley, because he was the king of rock and roll. Michael Jackson was the king of pop. There was a lot of people who were famous in those times of years. Johnny Cash, he didn't really have a title, but I know he did country songs. His country songs were good too. I can't lie. I never got to meet none of them. So, I never got to meet any of the famous people, really. Or Lucille Ball. So, there's a lot of people I didn't get to meet. But, me, Victoria Arnson, is going to try to do good things and to honor Michael Jackson and what he did for almost a lot of people. I even like the one, like, when he was a little kid. I think he did have some happiness times. Because, he knew Macaulay Culkin. And Macaulay Culkin loved Michael as, in a way, a brother or friendship or whatever you can call it. And, you know, there's a lot of funny moments on YouTube about Michael and Macaulay Culkin and all this. And not just that, but a lot of stuff. Like, I'm trying to think. When he was a little kid, I don't know if he was 12 or something, but I used to watch this a long time ago. And then he was with another African American girl. She was really nice and everything. And I think they were little kids or something. And you just see them like throwing stuff and everything is like a child's world or whatever you could say. It's just all this. And then you hear the I can't do the song how they did it. And then she's like, when she says she's trying to find something. Hey, stop. Sorry, that's my cat. I'm gonna have to hide this from you. Sorry. I'm gonna put that right there. Okay. Like, she starts singing, and then She's like, when we grow up, will I be a lady? Will I be big and strong? Will I wear dresses that show off my knees? Will I wear trousers twice as long? Well, I don't care if I'm pretty at all, and I don't care if I'll never get tall. I like what you look like, and you're not small. We don't have to change at all. Because I remember that one. I'm trying to remember most of it. I remember this one, I think it's when we grow, I'll be working. And then Michael's like, will I be on the moon? One dance all night, the dance open tight, but I'm gonna get up there soon. Well, I don't care if you're pretty at all, and I don't care if you'll never get tall. I like what you look like, and you're not small. We don't have to change at all. And then they start jumping on the bed and laughing and everything else. And then, when I grow up, I'm gonna be happy. I'll do what I like to do. Like making noise and making faces and making friends like you. And we grow up, do you think we'll see that you're like you and you're just like me? I might be pretty, I might grow tall, but we don't have to change at all. And then Michael says, I don't want to change, see, because I still want to be your friend forever and ever and ever. And that is how it in a way goes. Because I remember, because I also got to watch that when I was little too, in elementary school. Every time we wanted to watch that, it was too sweet. He still had a childlike figure though. Even when he was older, he still did. All of us still do, actually. I do. I know that. But I know he's in a better place now. And I know God is taking good care of him. Because me, I've lost people too. I've lost 9 people. Even this year, I lost my Uncle Jim. I never got to say goodbye, which is sad. I lost so many people. Some of my friends, everything. But his songs teach us a lot of things. And he had a bright smile. Especially when he would sing, he had a bright smile. He was good with a lot of stuff. But God helped him with so many of them. That is why I'm celebrating him on the 25th and these other days too. That's why I dance to his songs, everything else. And soon I'm going to make a song about him, of what he did for so many people. So That's going to be very soon. Very soon. So don't worry. It's going to be fantastic. Because I think I know what songs I'm going to write about him and everything. So I just got to make it on my jam thing that I just got of the lyrics. Because I just did one song on the lyrics thing. I gotta do another one. So I gotta see what I can do about that. So I gotta try to do that in order to get that and everything. Well, thank you guys for listening to what I had to say. And always remember, God made you all special and loves you all very much. Bye. Let's go. Michael Jackson out. Peace. Hee hee. Bye.